speaking of crime and all that, when I was growing up down in Alabama, I didn't know anything about crime. They wasn't fighting. Black people were not killing each other like that. I had one little fight once in high school over. We were playing baseball. It was my turn to bat, and me and this guy fought a little bit over the bat. But I know I've never had a fight. None of that was going on, and the crime was not even. I didn't know anything about crime.
We did not either. I think that we had one person in all of my years before, from K through 12th grade, one person who got arrested, other than me, who got arrested at the public library. One person who got arrested and went to juvenile court.
Yeah.
Only one.
Yeah.
We had almost 200 people in my class.
Wow.
So that was just something unheard of.
Yeah. I believe that if men had maintained control and been there for the family and the wife, and we wouldn't be having so much crime with the blacks today. But when you lose that man, you lose control. So do you think that order will ever come back together again, where men are the head of their families, their wives and their children?
We have to. We don't have a choice. We who know, we elders who know.
Right.
And I do it from the pulpit every chance I get. We've got to convince people to get back to that old way of doing things.
Right.
Not having children out of wedlock, getting married and doing your best to stay married. We're too divided.
It seems to be so far down the road now. I don't see that it was gonna. You're gonna have a few men and women gonna wake up and doing it the right way, of course. But I don't see where majority is gonna do that.
I agree. Certainly not in my time. While I'm alive, that will not be something that I see. But if I can see some improvement, I'll be all right when I leave.
Yeah, amazing. Lots of people cry racism. Do you believe that racism exists?
Yes. People dislike other people for all kinds of different reasons. Some people don't like tall people. Some people don't like short people. Some people don't like fat people. Some people don't like skinny people. Some people don't like brown people. Some people don't like pink people. It exists, but it is not a factor in, and should not be a factor in our lives.
Yeah. I at one time I used to think that racism exists when I moved here to California. And I started listening to Jesse Jackson, Louis Farrakhan, and everybody. And I was young. I was 18 at the time. And it's funny, I didn't believe that living in Alabama. Only when I moved to California and started listening to the leadership, they said it was racism. You can't make it because you're color and all that. So I fell for the lie. But I realized that I had been lied to, so I stopped believing that, because God said that our battle is a spiritual battle. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against good and evil, right versus good, right versus wrong, principalities and wickedness and evil in high places. And I realized that our battle is a spiritual battle, and only when we are blind and can't see, we'll say that it's physical, but it's really spiritual. It's good versus evil.
That's absolutely correct. Yeah. I was on the team that worked to bring affirmative action into existence. And what affirmative action originally was designed to do was to open doors that had been closed to qualified, talented students. And it was only supposed to last 10, 15 years at the most. But it morphed into a national numbers game, and it was much more harmful in the end than it was designed to be.
It definitely hurt. It did not help.
It did not help. It had a lot of folks who were lazy and didn't want to work real hard. I don't have to do all this. I can get. It's affirmative action.
Yeah. What a mess.